guys! Welcome to Seasonal Swigs and Sweets. I'm Amber.
I'm John.
Today we are continuing our St. Patrick's Day themed episodes, and we are reviewing Brooklyn brand Dry Irish Stout.
And for dessert we're having no bake Bailey's Irish Cream Cookie Balls.
It's a mouthful, but they should be pretty good.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Alright, well, in the immortal words, for killing the thirst and easing the gout, there's nothing at all beats a good pint of stout. So,
that was nice, John.
thank you. Let's examine the
Very
label
clever
starting
of
off
you.
with.
Yes, we shall. So, nice label here. Simple, clean,
Elegant.
very elegant.
Is it?
I don't know, it's okay.
It looks like every other Brooklyn beer, only this one's green.
It's a big B. That's all I see. So I'm giving it a 1.5 because, frankly, this is a little lazy.
I like it. It looks classy.
It looks classy, but I don't know.
Brooklyn, I've only seen it in a can around here. So this is only 4.5% alcohol by volume. About on par with sort of a, popular stout in America. So, alright. So what would you give it?
A 1.5.
Okay.
So wait, before we start the beer tastings,
yes,
it's supposed to have a thick head and rich chocolate and coffee flavors and refreshing carbonation. So, exciting.
Yeah, I did see on, whenever I looked this up, it did have a long list of the kinds of malts that are in here. It just says dark roasted pale and flaked malts blend to produce a thick, rich chocolate and coffee flavors. So, that sounds pretty darn good. Alright, pours jet black with a brown head.
Yeah, and then they said it's supposed to have a thick head. It definitely, it's pretty thick, I'd say.
Could I have back the super advanced beer stand?
Sure can.
Thank you very much. Okay. Alright, yeah, kind of looks like a Coke. Only dark black.
I can smell some of the chocolate. Some of the chocolate.
I'm even more stuffy than normal, so I can't really smell anything.
It's subtle.
Well, yeah, I kind of get some bittersweet
coffee.
chocolate.
I get the coffee. Finally, something that actually has coffee in it on purpose.
I don't get too much coffee. I just get bittersweet chocolate. This head doesn't look all that creamy. In fact,
it's thinning out already, though.
Yeah, it dissipated pretty fast, and I thought I poured that pretty hard. It does stick to the edge of the glass a little bit, though.
Yeah.
I can't really tell if there's carbonation because this is so jet black. I mean, there really is no light getting through this whatsoever.
But I think there's carbonation.
No, I know that there's some carbonation, but I can't tell like the amount.
Yeah. Well.
All right, let's give her a try. Let's clink that better. There we go.
You hear that on camera. I don't know what to say about this one yet.
I think this is very good.
Every time you're silent, I think you don't like it, and then you're like, guess what? This is the best ever! And I get...
Well, because I want to be able to give... Really, whenever I say, this beer is good, or I'm not sure about this, because I haven't figured out what I'm going to say yet.
What I like about it is that it is not a very heavy tasting...
No.
I mean, what I expected from this was it to be, like, a very heavy kind of stout. And it's not. It's relatively pretty drinkable, I'd say. This
is not a harsh... beer like sometimes you get with these craft porters.
No, this is actually like it goes down pretty deep.
Has a very creamy body. That gives way to this smooth finish.
Yeah.
It's not overly bitter. Again, the prevailing taste I'm getting in my mouth is bittersweet chocolate. I don't really taste any coffee or anything like that.
Yeah, I think I smelled it more than tasted it to begin with.
Now this doesn't. I mean, this doesn't have the same flavor as that double chocolate stout that we had on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, when he's saying chocolate, I don't. It's not like an obvious, to me, like super chocolatey taste. But that's just me. Maybe for you, you taste it more.
Well, so when we were making the dessert, I tried some bittersweet chocolate, about an hour ago. Less than an hour ago.
Less than an hour, but 25 minutes ago.
So I'm picking that up.
Yeah, maybe that's why, because I didn't have any. Shocking.
But it's good. There's a little bit by way of hops. So it says here that it's best served alongside meat, seafood, and friends. Okay, I think this would overpower seafood like crazy. But I guess like some people like to have oysters with stouts.
Yeah, I can see like a salty like fish like pairing with this nicely.
This is a very pleasant drink.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure at first when I took a couple sips.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, it's mild.
I think it's pretty good.
It's tasty. It's drinkable.
Yeah.
I think this might be a okay stout to cook with. Since a lot of the recipes we're using are dealing with alcohol in one way or another for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Would you be able to use this in like a savory meal opposed to like a dessert?
I don't know. I just think it would pair very well with chocolate. I don't know if there's any. Well, I mean, there's savory meals like beer can chicken, but I don't think you would waste a nice Brooklyn stout.
No, don't. That sounds terrible.
Anyway, here's the label. A nice sort of
the bottle cap.
Yeah, the bottle cap. A nice sort of Irish orange.
Should I add it to our collection?
Yes, please. Yes. All right, so for a rating, I would give this a 3.5 out of 5 because this stout doesn't have quite as much flavor as others you can buy, but it's still really good, solidly drinkable stout. And for beer in general, I would give this a 4 because it's very balanced. I've noticed that I'm rewarding a lot of beers on balance because there's not a lot of harshness to this. It goes down easy, but it has a lot of flavor. So that's probably a little high, but I'm enjoying it, so I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
And for me, for a stout, I think I'll give it a 4 out of 5 because I like that it's so easily drinkable. For me, some stouts are way too heavy, and I like that this one is not. And then for a beer in general, I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. There's some beers I like more, but I think this one's pretty solid. So I'd say it's around the average mark for me.
I would definitely go for this over a regular Guinness Draft. But I'm not sure I would go for this over some of the other ones that I enjoy, like especially Edmund Fitzgerald Porter. I'd probably grab that first. I might grab this before I would grab a Guinness Extra Stout. It might actually be that good. So I think that's pretty high praise. Alright, should we move on to the dessert?
Yep, alright.
Alright, see you soon.
Okay, and we're back with dessert. So as you can see, they look similar to our marshmallows on a stick we made that one time, because these are the only sprinkles I had on hand.
But let me tell you, there's a lot more going on in here.
There sure is.
So the base of these is Nilla wafer crumbs.
Just crushed up.
Crushed up in a food processor. And to that we added light corn syrup and Bailey's Original Irish Cream.
Yeah, the real kind this time.
Yes.
Not the white chocolate imposter we had last week.
Yeah, in fact, we picked up a pint at the local store. Yeah, and then we put some bittersweet Baker's brand chocolate on it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or is it semi-sweet or bittersweet?
It was semi-sweet.
Yeah, I think it's
What's the difference?
Yeah, there's no difference. So yeah, you just dip them in the chocolate, easy peasy, put some fun sprinkles on. Oh, wow.
What?
It comes through.
Yeah, it really does. Would we call these cookies or candy?
It's a weird mix of in between because they're no bakes, so you just throw them in the fridge. They're chocolate covered cookies.
Yeah, it was sort of like making
the Rice Krispie treat you said.
A Rice Krispie treat only with Nilla wafer crumbs instead. Really good. They're soft and they're chewy, and the flavor of Bailey's permeates the whole thing.
Yeah, it's not like a subtle flavoring. I mean, you definitely taste it.
I almost put Bailey's in the chocolate. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because that might have been a little overpowering. But, I don't know. If I was having a party with just adults, maybe. Yeah, it's delicious. It's fun, too.
Yeah, these were quite easy, and...
As the case with all the things we make with chocolate, by the time we're eating it for you guys, it's still too melty.
Right, like we put them in the fridge for probably...
It's been in the fridge for an hour.
Has it been an hour?
I think so.
It may have been about an hour. I think they need to set up a bit more. That's what you run into with like melting, like baking chocolate sometimes.
Anyway.
It melts pretty quick, but these are good.
This would go great with some stouts. And another reason why this is one of our favorite St. Patrick's Day recipes, no mint. Right?
No mint, yes.
What's the point of mint? Doesn't make any sense.
No need.
Because it's green?
There's
lots of green. Why don't you eat lettuce for St. Patrick's Day?
It just ruins everything. There's no need for it.
One.
You go for it. I'm wondering how marshmallow fluff would have been in these. Would it have taken away? Or like acted as more of a binding agent, you know? We bought marshmallow fluff while at the store today.
That would be an interesting concept.
I'm curious how it would taste in these.
That's for another episode.
Yeah. Maybe
Save that for season 10 or whatever.
Maybe we'll experiment some other time with that. But yeah, I mean, as a
really
dessert,
good.
These were simple, they were easy, and they're pretty filling actually for how little they are. I would give these probably, for me, I'd be a 3.75 out of 5.
I'll echo that as well. Now, the only problem with these for us was, well, for me, is that it's a whole. Is that the recipe we used? There's a whole box of vanilla wafers, so
whole box.
Be prepared for that.
3 cups crushed. Now we didn't have enough room on the pan, although I could have just got another pan, I guess, to like make the rest of the little balls. But so we had some.
The recipe makes quite a few, is what we're saying.
Left over, but yeah, you'll make a ton of these if you do.
You could easily half the recipe.
Or make the balls smaller. You'll have tons of them. I mean, you could do that too. Yeah.
Anyway, so really good, really versatile.
Yeah, very tasty. So anyway, we'll at least have maybe one more episode, if not 2, for our St. Patrick's Day themed episodes. So you can look forward to that coming up. And that pretty much wraps it up for us today.
After St. Patrick's Day, we'll be moving on to spring.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching as always.
See you guys.
Bye.